The mid-range category of smartphones has already been saturated with different offerings, and these phones aim to hit that sweet spot between functionality and affordability. OPPO offers another model into the mix in the form of the A95, and after spending months with it, we now have a full idea of what it offers. So should you get it for yourself, and how does it perform on a daily basis? Hey guys, Kevin here, you're with the Modern Creatures, and welcome to another video. This is our OPPO A95 long-term review. To kick things off, let's start with design. The rear is very OPPO in a way that it comes in this sparkly finish that changes color as light hits it. The company calls this the OPPO Glow design, and for colors we have the glowing rainbow silver right here with the option to go for glowing starry black. It's made in a way that it's both fingerprint and wear resistant, and with the time it's been with us, I didn't use its case on and it pretty much still looks like it's just taken out of the box. Of course, by not putting its case on, it's very prone to damage when the device falls, for example, but on the other hand, if you put a case on, then you might just be hiding its glow design. So really, it's up to you what you want to go for. Do you want to flex and flaunt that design and enjoy it? Or do you want to preserve that design and make it look nice for a longer time? In addition, there's this logo that's also reactive to light, while the camera module has this sort of galaxy looking finish if you look closely. I really like it when brands give attention to details, so this is something I find interesting. For button placements, the power and lock button is on the right side while volume buttons are on the opposite. It's a setup that I personally prefer rather than having all on one side, as you don't have to reposition the hand to reach both. The left also houses its dual SIM slot with additional space for micro SD. Meanwhile, at the bottom are the audio jack, USB-C port, and speaker grill. The chassis itself feels solid, but the glossy coating could get smudgy at times. At less than 8mm thick, it's not too much on the hand that is actually really nice to hold due to its size. It's also got a good weight to it and sits on the hand securely, and I had no experiences mishandling it over the past months. Moving on, it comes with a 6.43-inch display with the full HD Plus resolution and a maximum of 60Hz refresh rate. At 90.8% screen-to-body ratio, it's got noticeable side bezels and a chin down below. Nevertheless, watching content on it is still an enjoyable experience thanks to its AMOLED panel that produces detailed and sharp images in addition to having vibrant colors. Speaking of colors, you can choose between going for an sRGB color profile for its display, or you can also go for B3 for more accurate hues thanks to a wider color gamut. In addition, streaming your favorite TV shows and movies in HD is possible thanks to its Widevine L1 certification. We have reviewed phones in the past that don't have this feature, so with it present on the A95, binge watchers can rest assured that you'll enjoy high-definition streaming on this device. It also comes with eye care features to lessen strain on the eyes for longer periods of usage. And for security, an in-display fingerprint scanner is available. I just find it a little slower than other phones I've tested, but after a long time of using it, you get used to it eventually and it doesn't affect the overall experience that much. While visuals were made sure to deliver detailed and punchy colors, its audio quality doesn't really cut it for me. The single-firing speaker grill produced decent audio at best, and at loud volumes couldn't handle itself well. Sound is easily distorted and it lacks bass. But of course, you really couldn't expect much from built-in speakers. It's just that I've heard better ones on other phones. Although one solution to solve all your audio problems is by using a pair of headphones, either wirelessly or through its 3.5mm audio jack. Handling the camera department is a 48-megapixel main sensor accompanied by depth and macro sensors both at 2 megapixels. It shoots decent photos and comes with different shooting modes like portrait, time-lapse, slow motion, expert, and night. It also has tools like HDR and AI to further boost images taken. But with the entire time of using its cameras, I was able to conclude that sticking to its normal mode without AI or HDR produced the best shots overall. And while it's true that turning on HDR reveals more details, especially in darker areas, and AI determines the scene and boosts colors accordingly, they both could go overboard at times and easily make the images look overprocessed. Meanwhile, sticking to its normal shooting mode produced images that are closer to what they look like in real life. However, there certainly are times that HDR is the way to go. Case in point, capturing this breathtaking landscape while the sun sets. Its macro feature is there when you need it, but don't expect the same quality of having a macro lens on a dedicated DSLR, for example, since what you get are decent macro images at best. And for its depth sensor, it does a good job of distinguishing the subject from the background. But of course, strands of hair can be tricky, as with a lot of other phones producing digital bokeh. What you'll mostly be using here, as I did, is the main camera, with the option to go for digitally zooming in. But I personally do not zoom in a lot when I shoot on phones because of the loss in quality. So during my entire time with the A95, I was just using its main camera in its default wide mode. Now I know it's not as versatile as other smartphone cameras with like ultra-wide angle or telephoto lenses, but the A95 produces overall decent night shots. Colors do get smudgy, which is very common for low-light smartphone photos, but overall show a lot of details, which is more than what you'll need for casual shooting. For its 16-megapixel front camera, I don't usually take a lot of selfies, but they are sharp and come with beautification filters and retouches the skin. Shooting against the light preserved good details as well, although usually at the expense of blowing the background. At the core of the A95 is a Snapdragon 662 with a unique 8GB plus 5GB of RAM. This means it comes with an extra 5GB of memory for expansion and to help maintain a smooth performance. For storage, a 128GB space is ready for all your files. True enough, this tandem worked together and achieved an almost lag-free experience across months. General usage was fast, switching between apps are easy tasks, and navigating through its Android 11 based OS was a smooth sailing affair. It's just when we push its internals running heavy games that we see its limitations. For example, loading a graphics-heavy title like Genshin Impact limited us to only play on low graphics settings for things to be enjoyable, and even so, lags and frame drops are common. Although switch to other popular games like Mobile Legends and it's once again running smoothly. The phone can even run the game on ultra-high refresh rate with really fluid movements and minimal lags. With over 3 months of using it, I didn't experience any slowing down in terms of navigation or even opening and loading software, but I did notice it getting warmer than around my first month with it. It's nothing to be worried about, it's just that I don't remember the device getting this warm, and there's been nothing different with the apps or software that I've been running. But moving on, I was able to eventually appreciate features like its game assist and its bullet notifications that bring an uninterrupted gaming experience by managing notifications. For security, both its fingerprint sensor and face unlock have been reliable, but I mostly use its fingerprint sensor to unlock the device, especially outdoors when I'm wearing a mask. Battery is rated at 5000 mAh and comes with a 33-watt fast charge support that the company calls Flash Charge. Performance is great, and thanks to its large capacity and software optimizations, the phone can easily last a day's work on a single charge. I also subjected it to our standard battery test by streaming a high-resolution video with 50% brightness and no volume, and the A95 was able to last more than 16 hours of playback, which is above average in our tests. Meanwhile, charging is kept to an hour to top up its battery from empty, and we have its flash charge to thank. For me, I charge it every night before going to bed, so in the morning, I have a fresh pack ready to go. And as always in our reviews, The Modern Creatures aims to find special features and devices that make them worth having. Their creature feature, and for the OPPO A95, it would have to be its long-lasting battery and Widevine L1 certification. Thanks to its efficient software and capable hardware, the A95 can last longer before needing to be charged again, so you can enjoy streaming HD content on the device for extended periods. The OPPO A95 is priced at 15,999 pesos, and while it doesn't carry groundbreaking camera tech or the latest processor, it can easily be a great everyday phone that's reliable to last you the entire day and can handle the leisure or work that you're gonna use it for. And that's about it for our OPPO A95 review. As always, visit our website and follow us on our social media pages for more news, features, and reviews. Once again, that's it for me. I'm Kevin. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.